Hey friends, there's something special about meals that feels like home. And this meal right here feels like a touch of home to me. It's warm, it's simple, yet full of flavor. We'll be making today pepper steak. So if you have 30 minutes to make a meal, let's do it. This meal reminds me to slow down and enjoy the moment, one plate at a time. Thanks for being here with me on the warm plate. Let's cook. What you'll see before you is a list of ingredients that I'll be using. Again, we have fresh herbs from my garden, and also that fresh bell pepper came from the garden as well. And those are all the spices and herbs I will be using today. And here's our steak. Now we need to cut the steaks into strips that we need to work with. But again, here's the fish and meat sauce that we're going to add to it, and we need pepper, spicy. I do have some broccoli that I want to add to that as well as some cilantro. I will be using it to make cilantro rice. And that is going to be shown in another video, but right now I want to show you how to make this pepper steak in less than 30 minutes so we can have dinner on the table. Before we do all that, we need to get the cast iron pot warm. I like cooking in the cast iron pot because the whole entire pot stays warm. And that's something that we're looking for when we're cooking steak. We want to make sure we have an even surface of heat. No one part of the pot is hot while another part is cold. The whole surface remains the same temperature. And I love that when we're cooking. So while the pot is warming up, we're going to cut the steak. We need to cut them into strips, and this is how thin we want the steak strip. Again, if you want it thicker, you could definitely do it, but this is how thin I want it. So I'm going to go ahead and show you just how thin of a strip we want. That should be good enough. Again, if you want a little bit bigger, go ahead and cut it bigger, but this is the size that I was looking for. That's perfect. So I'm going to cut this up and then come back to you guys to wash it and get it prepared. This is us washing the steak because we need to make sure that we're washing our steak. And then we're going to season to our liking. As always, we're mindful that cooking is all about what you like, your preference. For instance, this is my favorite season here, the garlic salt. I'm going to add it to the steak. Be mindful to go in measuring half a teaspoon at a time or even less, because you cannot take the seasoning out once you add it in, unless you go ahead and wash the steak off again and do the whole process over. So I will go in small increments and just make sure you have the right amount throughout the steak. Again, I'm eyeballing this and just putting in here what I like. Put the seasoning that you know you could tolerate, your spice level. I cook with a lot of spice because I do love spicy food, but I know some people, your palate might not like the spicy food, and that's okay. Tailor it to what your preference is. Know your spice level and try not to go above the level that you can control. And again, there's no right and wrong way to season your steak. It's all about what you like, and that's what I love about cooking. It's all about preference. What do you like in your steak? I'm gonna add some fish and meat sauce to my steak. I know this type of meal typically calls for soy sauce, but I'm allergic, so I can't use it. So I need to incorporate that color some other way. So I'm trying to get that with fish and meat sauce, and later on you'll see me add some browning. The salt, I did not forget about it, but I will not be adding it right here because I don't think we needed it. I am on a diet, so I'm trying to be mindful of how many oil I put in the pan. So I spray the pan versus pouring oil in it. And I think that's better for me to cook with. So once I spray it, and I'll add the steak to it in batches. Please don't overcrowd your pot, because overcrowding your pot, it will not get the sear that you're looking for. Spread it out as much as you can all over the pan, but make sure you do it in batches. There's no right, wrong way, but this is just something preference. Once you finish cooking your steak, I'm going to put it in this container that I'm going to go ahead and let it sit and finish cooking in there. It will keep the steak warm as I finish up my other batches. We're looking for a medium rare type of steak. We don't want to cook it fully through because we're not trying to get the steak to be chewy. So once we finish cooking it to the consistency that you like and your preference, you're going to take it out and put it over here to store. I could definitely link this pan for you because I really do love this pan that I have here to rest the steaks in. And that's where we're going to go from here. We're going to rest it in here. And while that's being done, we're going to add our second batch. Again, this is all about your preference and what you want to do. But again, this is just small steps that we're taking to make sure that we keep it consistent. We're closing it because we want to keep all that heat in. This is me adding the second batch, and we need to add some more oil to that. So I'm just going to go ahead and spray the pan one more time so that steak has an opportunity to develop some color. So we're going to add some more olive oil to that to get some flavor and some color on that. So once that's finished now, we're going to go over and look at the peppers and onions that we have. I did not show the onions on screen, but I do have those. But you see habanero pepper there and regular sweet pepper. We have some ginger, and we have some thyme from the garden and some rosemary. We're going to start by building the flavor with the onions. Then we go in and add the peppers, the jalapeno, and the spicy pepper as well. We're then going to add some ginger for flavor. And now we need to season those. So I'm just going to add salt and a little bit of pepper. I think I'm going to add to it as well. Sorry, seasoned salt. And that's it. Because the steak is well seasoned, but the pepper is not. You want to make sure the peppers is seasoned as much as the steak is. You're going to incorporate this the steak back into it. But first we need to make sure this is cooked to a consistency that we like. I'm spraying it with some more olive oil, and I'm going to add the drippings from the pan that the steak was seasoned in with some water to develop like a gravy-like consistency, because we do need something for the steak to sit in to marinate. And here we go with the browning. This is how I incorporated color without soy sauce, because again, I'm allergic to soy sauce, but I still want to get that nice flavor. And that's me adding the steak back to the pot. I think we cooked the peppers for about 5 minutes. And then once that's done, we then add the steak in, because we do not want to overcook the steak. So we want to make sure the peppers is cooked thoroughly first before adding our steak in. And once that's done, we're going to go ahead and turn it over and just kind of have the peppers come to the top and just have the steak in that sauce for a little bit, a minute. Then we're going to go ahead and add it with cilantro to the end there. And that's it. Your dinner is done in less than 30 minutes. If you like more cozy recipes like this, don't forget to hit that notification bell, like, subscribe for more YouTube video like this, and again, leave a comment so we know if you try this. Thank you for watching The Warm Plate, and enjoy the rest of your day. We love having you here.